Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and today we are going to check out how WHF did versus Tribe Gaming in the ESL Town Hall 12 Cup for $60,000. This was the round of 16. Let's see how it went. So the Town Hall 12 Cup, which I mentioned in yesterday's video, happened today. WHF took on Tribe Gaming, and what was the bracket? Well, it started in the round of 16. You can see at the bottom right of the screen, WHF versus Tribe Gaming, and then the winner of that takes on Queen Walkers or NYU, and NYU has actually some Nova players on there. So it's a pretty stacked lineup on that bottom right, but there's also some amazing teams all over this whole bracket to determine the top four who go to Poland, and the bracket finally determined who is going. If you guys watch the stream, I'll link the stream exactly when the first attacks actually go in versus Tribe Gaming. You can see the live reaction, you can see the chat, so make sure you guys go ahead and go to that link right in the top of the description. It'll take you right there, and you won't have to worry. You can watch the whole war there. It's like the final 30 minutes, and you can skip around. Feel free to do that, but in here we have the final four teams. 11 Original, Team Queso, Save Rush Wars, which kind of has some Nova players, and then WHF. WHF is the one team that I believe has no players that have ever been to Poland before. Every other team has either one or several players that have, and it's absolutely wild. WHF took out Tribe Gaming and took out Queen Walkers. Let me go ahead and switch over to my Town Hall 11, which is over in the clan right now, and I'll jump to the 11 like this. And I'll bring this one up right here. So it's going to load into the clan, which is, yes, I know, it's Finn Massive Noob. That's just what it is. But here is the war log. You can see who we took out. It was Hanky Army, Cloud21 ESL, Fusion, Town Hall Legend, Tribe Gaming, and then Queen Walkers. And that Tribe Gaming or 1 percentage point literally determined who won this war. Absolutely wide. You're going to want to go see that live stream, which means WHF is actually going to be going to Poland. And then I was very surprised. Queen Walkers got a 91% right there. It was unbelievable. It was a 91, 87, 99 by Aaron, 93, and 85. They did amazing, but that 99 didn't connect, and they were just so close. Really high percentages, really good attacks there. And then Tribe Gaming was also very close. They tripled Lex. That was a 75, 86, and then triple and triple. The difference, absolutely wild. But if you guys want WHF's bases, right? So WHF's base builder for this event was actually this man right here, Ghost. He got a 1-star right here on this base versus Cloud21. And then let me go to the next one, which is Fusion. He got a 1-star again the very next war. And this man got like 4 or 5 triples. It's insane. He got so many triples, and he also not only built his base, which got a couple 1-stars in this tournament, but he built every single other of WHF's bases, I believe, except one. Nicholas also built his base as well for one of them. And if you guys want the base links for what Ghost did, I will link all of them down in the video description for you guys. And also, you should go support my man. Go check out his Twitter. Here it is. I'll link Ghost's Twitter down there. Maybe he posts some base links there as well. So go check him out. That is Ghost at Ghost COC, part of WHF. So feel free to follow him over on Twitter and go check him out, because he is an OP base builder for sure, and he knows what he's doing if it held. I mean, they held pretty good. His base has got 1-star twice, which helped us win. And look at that. In the Fusion War right here, there was 3 triples, but that 1-star helped it. That 1-star made all the difference. We only got 2 triples in this war, but that 1-star brought it back, and then we won just barely on percentage. That is still wild. Look at that. Like, that made all the difference. Those small little things. If that wasn't a 1-star of the base, that WHF would have been eliminated and would have been out. But let's go ahead and jump into actually some of the triples here that we have. And this is Hex coming in on volley. I know we're kind of jumping into the triples a little bit later, but I wanted to kind of cover some of the stuff here. But now, what is Hex coming in with? He is coming in with the Pekka Smash. Just kind of the Queen walk into the Pekka Smash. So the Queen is down at 6 o'clock, and this Town Hall is kind of walkable here. But the interesting about this attack, he takes 3 jump spells. He's going to jump right into this section and then into the core and then on the back end to get the queen in. Normally, you think about only 2 jumps and not taking 3 because you want like a rage in the core, but in this case, it ended up working really well because the queen was able to actually take out the town hall using a Grand Warden ability somewhere else and then just getting the value from the charge through. So the queen is charging in right through this town hall very nicely, going to help take this down. And if you want to see all the attacks that WHF did in the final 2 rounds versus Tribe Gaming here, and even the attacks on our bases, which we actually ran some different bases versus Tribe, and some of them actually got tripled, and then we went back to the ones that are linked down in the video description. So make sure you guys go and check those bases out because they're pretty strong there, and they worked really well in the ESL Talent Cup. But remember, guys, they are now burned bases, so eventually they will be they'll be out there. You might see them quite a bit. Who knows? I do not know. I'm not necessarily bringing up the screenshot of them, but the links are down there for you guys. And so Hex is continuing to make his push here on Vale, getting the value. He did pop that Grand War Internal Tome pretty early there as he was making that push. Very nicely pops this King ability. Queen's going to take out this multi here on the right. Pekkas and boulders are going through the top side. Some of the healers are trying to keep him alive. Queen Burn's ability to protect this Stone Slammer as it's moving around. He's getting a ton of value here, and then he's just going to move around the right side, and this Stone Slammer is going to come through. And at this point, I was like, freeze these 2 Expos on the Grand Warden platform. Freeze it, freeze it. And he ended up using the freeze spell on this Wizard Tower and Expo, but just the Expo started to hit these balloons because the Pekka luckily was tanking. I don't know how, but it was just barely tanking this Wizard Tower right here in the case, which actually helped shoot the balloons across here, and then they came all the way back over to the cannon. These wizards were pretty clutch, and it literally came down to a few seconds to get this one done, and literally every single one of these 3 stars was pretty crazy over the live stream. So if you guys want to see the live reactions, make sure you guys go down there to check it out. And then the next one is actually Ghost himself. This was the first attack that actually came in on the war, and he came in with that Kill Squad Hog attack. Very nice. So now what is he going to do here? The Town Hall is in a weird position here with all these walls on Sir Iron's base. So he's actually going to come in at an angle from the top side, and he drops the wall rocker actually perfectly to get through the wall to give this queen access to this Eagle artillery, and the queen's going to be moving her way in. 2 ice golems actually to try to tank a little bit. Wall wreckers coming in. Pekka clears the funnel over here on the left side. The wizard goes down to the mortar there, but now the boulders are coming in, and then a wizard to help assist this queen through the lava hound, and then obviously the pops once it pops, and then having this Grand Warden and can pop it at any point, but he decides to hold off on that ability because he does see that the wall wrecker is getting a ton of value, charging right through the middle of this base, and then he's going to make his way to the town hall, and then he's going to pop that Grand War Internal Tome to kind of protect everything here as he goes through. Protects the ice golem, the Pekka on the town hall, that goes down. The queen steps up to grab this. Queen already did burn her ability here, but the Pekka is inside the core and now starting the hogs on the right side. Has those 3 heals perfectly placed, and I mean, I would say he got a little bit lucky on this Grand Warden staying on that multi-target Inferno and picking it off. Very nice job. Has the wizards down for cleanup really nicely and healing around, and even got the Grand Warden to help come assist these Hog Riders, which is huge. If the Grand Warden ended up dying off, that would have really hurt this raid because he didn't have too many hogs left over, and I don't think this would have been a 3-star, to be honest, because this Grand Warden does a huge buff just standing there next to the Hog Riders. And in he goes. He does freeze that multi-target Inferno on the Expo there, but finds a not double, but a giant bomb right there. There's going to be another giant bomb between these Teslas as he's moving through, but the Ice Golem was pretty nice. They actually tank and freeze up that Archer Tower, but it doesn't even have that much health anymore. That Grand Warden can help pick it off right there, and now it's just a matter of cleanup. Ghost comes in, gets it done. This was the first attack of the war, so the pressure was on the line, and it helped set the tone for WHF to help them, advance over Tribe Gaming. Let's go and take a look at Nick's hit here. And what does he come in with? Well, he comes in with another kind of Pekka smash, but instead of using the Queen Walk like Hex did a little bit, he's going to use that Warden Walk and that warden's going to help grab the funnel, which I really, really like this strategy. It is a safe attack strategy because you can drop this warden, you can set the funnel, but in this case, you didn't even need to drop the healers on the warden, which is technically even better. The reason why it's better is because healers, if you guys didn't know this, do more of a healing effect on troops rather than heroes. So if you can get your healers on bowlers, pekkas, anything that are charging through, they're gonna be way stronger than actually on your hero. It's just that's how it works. That was an update quite a while ago, but a lot of people don't know that. But he is charging in here, so the healers are onto his bowlers, onto the pekkas, keeping them alive, keeping them healed up here. Grand Warden is charging in. Lava Hound's about to be popped, and the lava pups are going to be a little bit annoying, but the queen is here next to this town hall as he's making this charge through. And then it's kind of, the thing is, with this Pekka Smash, you have to be able to adapt. You have to be able to see where the Pekkas are going, where the bowlers are going, and then drop the rages to help assist them. Because sometimes they might decide to go for a wall that you're not planning, and that happens. Like, this attack won't be 100% identical. You can attack this base 10 times, and each time the Pekka's bowlers can go a different way, and that can be a big problem, but it's a very, very strong attack, a very reliable attack too, because you have that stone slammer, you have that siege machine that if something happens and the town hall somehow stays up, you can still send that siege machine to go for that town hall. You can switch it to a blimp to go directly for it, or the stone slammer if you can directly target it. But in this case, Nick comes in, moves around, these bowlers stay up the core, these healers kind of moving around. Look at these Pekkas. He has 4 Pekkas. Did he start with 4 Pekkas in the raid? I think he might have just started with 4 Pekkas, so not a single one even died. Beautiful job right there, or it might have been 5. But either way, very strong attack from Nick right here. Has that freeze, has that haste, doesn't even need the freeze, and he ends up actually swagging it right here in the core, and it is a 3-star from Nick. Very nice job. Gets it done. Let's go ahead and jump over to the Queen Walker's War, and we'll take a look at that one, how that one went down. And this was a 94.6 to a 91. And yeah, they had some really close attacks, but unfortunately, they did not connect. And if you guys saw my reaction on the live stream, I was just like, oh my goodness, absolutely crazy. And now what is Nick coming in here? And he triples with the drag bat. Drag bat coming in with on this base. Why is he coming with drag bat? Well, he's coming in because look at the sweepers. He's going to come in, try to not fly into sweepers, and he sees that he can fly from this direction. Town Hall's kind of pushed in that direction too, so he can kind of try to make his way in. Queen burns her ability to take out this air defense, which then he's going to send that stone slammer for it to help try to get that value. But the King's going to create the funnel. He wanted the King to actually go all the way down the side of this base here, because a lot of people nowadays in the competitive play run a lot of Lava Hound clan castles, and in this case just archers come out, meaning you know there's probably going to be a Lava Hound in there. There could be a double ice golem, but odds are there's not. It is a Lava Hound, which is going to slow up like queen charges, and it does actually mess up the Pekka Smash a little bit because of the queen, and she gets stuck on it. But at this point you're like, uh-oh, he pops the Grand War Internal Tome. This dragon right here clutches up that enemy queen right there. Beautiful job. And that expo. But the big thing in this raid was this multi-target Inferno actually locking up onto these dragons, so these bats can fly in perfectly timed. Drops that freeze on the wizard tower on the splash to protect the bats as they're all coming through, and he's gonna have to keep that frozen so those bats do not get hit, and he can just kind of overwhelm the base at this point. And look at this, that wizard tower does go down. The King's actually still up in the raid, and at this point it's just a matter of cleanup with plenty of dragons left. Nick coming in against Gaku of Queen Walkers. Really nice job getting it done with the drag bat. Kind of coming in with a lot of different strategies here. And let's say go look at the next triple, which was Hex coming in with the Sui Mass Hogs. Literally 47 Hog Riders, almost 50 there. How's a Pekka? Let's take a look. Pekka's dropped down at 6 count. Try to set this funnel for the Queen. He's going to try to move his way into this town hall here. And there is the clan castle, and typically you do see that Lava Hound inside the clan castle, but drops a wall wrecker. And if you're looking here, there's not too many. Obviously, there's 2 ground expos, but it looks like he's pretty far away from this town hall, where These ground expos actually can't reach the queen because she has enough range to be able to help take this town hall down and that queen. But now he's going to have to try to take down the enemy queen and this section. And it's a beautiful job because this ice golem, the 2 ice golems, provide beautiful tanking. And unfortunately, that was a swag freeze spell right there. He didn't need that because the ice golem ended up freezing the enemy queen. Drops another freeze spell. He's like, I need to take this queen down and the town hall, and that's exactly what he does. And he has 5 heal spells to come in, moving around the base on the top side to the left here, moves his way into this wizard tower all the way up. And look at this, he's dropping like all the hogs coming around, moving in. All these expos are hitting the hogs. Drops his first heal, has a couple more heals leading into the charge here, finds some spring traps, but drops the wizards nice and early on the base. Then the hogs are finding that spring or that tornado trap, getting spun up a little bit, pops that Grand War Internal Tome to kind of protect them through the eagle shots and the splash there. And now they're moving up. No more hogs to drop. They're all kind of down on the map. Has a couple more wizards, but now he's moving his way, trying to keep the hogs in a giant group, and finds a Tesla farm up at 12 o'clock. You're going to find some giant bombs in a Tesla farm. There is a giant bomb, so he drops that heal spell very nicely. It's probably going to be another giant bomb, let's say, right there. There is. But they're going to go right backtrack through this heal right now, perfectly healed through this section. And now you're going to have to heal up this next section of hogs right there for the giant bomb and that multi-target inferno. He's got the wizards around. He's moving his way through. And this was also a close one. But Hex is able to help these hogs push their way through this base right here, getting it done. I mean, this Grand Warden was pretty low on health, but the Grand Warden Aurora, which I've talked about before, is pretty clutch. Let's take a look at where the hogs end up pathing here. And look at this. One hog rider decides to go over to that builder hut, which was pretty epic right there to help that, to help clean it up and get this 3-star perfect hit from Hex in this war right here. And let's take a look at the final attack, what we have. And this is Nicholas on Aaron's CPB. And what does he decide to do? Well, he's going to come in with a queen charge hog attack here. So how is he going to come here? Well, it looks like the town hall, you can't activate it with the stone slammer, and as you fly around, so you're going to have to take an earthquake or something, or you can try to have your queen pick it off, which in this case, he's going to try to walk near it and be able to maybe reach it that way. So he's going to drop the king here on the left. That's a little bit risky dropping it on the left there because hopefully the healers don't transfer off to him. You need to keep that queen under damage at the whole time. Otherwise, if you if the queen doesn't take damage, the healers will then move over to the king and help protect him. But now he wall breaks in. I believe he wants to charge directly into here and be able to take out the enemy queen. But this Tesla, he was not expecting, right? So this Tesla kind of popped up here and pulls the queen over to the right side. The king goes through this wall. When we were watching the actual live attack here, we were thinking, oh, maybe the queen's going to jump the wall. The king can help take out that enemy queen, but unfortunately was not able to do that. And the queen gets pulled to that Tesla, pulls the Seeking Air Mine, and now this queen is going to, yes, be able to take out the town hall at this point, but let's see where the queen's going to go, right? You need the queen to go into the core here. Let's see. Hopefully she goes to the left, makes her way to this air defense and wizard tower. It looks like she's walking a bit on the outside. Where is she going to go? Continues to go on the outside, pulls another Seeking Air Mine. He's being very patient at this point. He's like, okay, I'm going to have to see. We only have about a minute 20 left in the raid. He hasn't even dropped the Hog Riders yet. He's like, I have no way of 3-starring this base without my queen taking out the enemy queen here. So the queen is looping up and around, taking a lot, and then takes another Seeking Air Mine. Drops the rage for the queen to help get through this bottom section here. At this point, he's got 1 minute. 1 minute in the raid, and look at this, how much of the base is remaining. Absolutely wild. Pops the queen ability to get through all this. Stone Slammer's coming up on the top side, kind of tanking. Hogs are all coming down. Wizards are all down to start the cleanup. And then you have this Grand Warden following the Hog Riders. And this queen is actually tanking this Expo right here very nicely. Pops this Grand War Internal Tome perfectly through all this. Drops the rage for the Hog Riders. I don't know if he wanted, maybe he was thinking the rage for the queen there, but at this point you need to rage those hogs to get them through the core here. Has some back end balloons on the Tassel Farm, which is actually perfect right there to help take down a lot of the splash and those point defenses. Hogs coming around, queen's helping clear the core here, and then the wizards just have to grab that platform before the king comes over. Perfectly grab it because they're not going to survive the enemy king there. He's going to have too much HP, but he has still some more cleanup And look at this, with about 8 seconds remaining, he's able to clear all of these buildings. He got wizards on everything. He's got hogs on everything. He's got the queen coming, the Grand Warden, and he gets it done with just enough time. Nicholas, great attack, great patience, which a lot of people would have just started the hogs because I'm at a minute 50 or even minute 45, thinking that you're going to run out of time, but then leaving the queen up in the core is going to just pick off all your hogs and be a huge problem. But again, WHF is going to be going to Poland, taking out a lot of very tough clans, very great opponents, and GG to everyone that we played, and it was pretty crazy. I wasn't in any of the wars. It was all these guys right here. The men who did it for WHF, Hex, Nicholas, Nick, Ghost, and Lexnos. They will be going to Poland there, so congratulations. They did an amazing job. And yes, they did it out of the clan name that you can see right there, but I think they're going to be going under WHF if I have to guess. I don't know, but I don't think they're going to go under Vin Massive Noob. They're just trolling me so much, guys. What can I do? But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. And yes, WHF is going to Poland, which is wild. I'm still in shock, still kind of just like processing it. And I am definitely super happy. If you guys saw the live stream, you should definitely go check it out if you haven't. But I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe down below for the daily content, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. CarbonFin signing out. Peace.